Rebecca, how many eggs you want? Is it okay to eat cake even before it's light outside? I think so. It's the day after your birthday. Will you guys please help me load this car?
I love the car.
Bye-bye.
Didn't see it.
Bye-bye.
Bye, bud.
Bye.
I love you.
Aw.
Hi, girl.
I'll take care of the farm.
Okay,
What do you want me to do with the cows?
You don't have to do anything. I've already given them enough grass yesterday for today.
Papa?
Thanks, so. Oh, you should hook their water back up.
Papa?
Yes.
Papa? I like you.
I like you too.
You guys have your water.
Yep, we do. Thank you. You guys are going to take care of the chores?
Yeah.
You're in good hands with Anna. Anna, thank you very much for this early babysitting.
Oh, yeah.
Last Sunday, we went and visited a beautiful family, beautiful farm, beautiful herd looking for a family milk cow. We're in hot pursuit of a family milk cow right now. And we stepped out of our comfort zone. That potential cow for our family checked off all the marks. A2A2, grass-fed, didn't have vaccines, all this stuff. Good management practices. The only problem was it was a Jersey. We recently had a bad experience with the Jersey. But our mentor, Dennis, from Full Circle Farm said, don't fear Jerseys, they're not all weak. And so we asked ourselves what we would do if we weren't afraid, and we went and looked at the calf. There we go. One of you guys must have saw that and said, oh, the roads are open to Jerseys now. And they sent us a lead on a farm where they got a Jersey and have had a wonderful experience with it as a family cow. And we said, oh, they gave us their number. We called them right away.
Yeah.
Texted back and forth, seemed to have everything we wanted. Grass-fed, no vaccines. They let the calves nurse up into an older age. A2A2, all the initial stuff for us to even consider. Sent pictures. The pictures, they seem beautiful and in well condition.
Yeah.
They're experienced mothers. One of them's in milk, one of them has a calf. No, they're both in milk. Are they both in milk? So it's crossed all the criteria, but what we learned from Violet is we need to go see an animal before we get it. We have at least have seen the operation, and so we lined it up, and that's what we're doing today. Beautiful drive, man. Isn't it wonderful we got to drive during the fall leaf change to North Carolina? We love calling North Carolina home.
We do.
It's 12:06. We're 4 minutes away, so 12:10. We have to turn around at 1.
Yeah.
Like, if not a little bit before, to get home in time. It's a brutal day.
It is.
How are you feeling?
My butt
Almost
hurts.
driving 4 hours?
My butt hurts.
You know, we kind of went a long way.
We
kind of went a detour.
I made a mistake, so it's on me.
Hey, we got to see the beautiful leaves.
We did.
Or the gorges.
It was nice of North Carolina.
So how are we going to be able to knock this out in 50 minutes?
We're just gonna look at the cow and get on with it.
My bladder is about to burst. I've got to pee so bad. Hello, nice to meet you. Where's your bathroom? Quick.
I think this is it.
It's not going to be no bathroom. It's going to be like, where's the nearest tree?
The next one.
You see him?
Well, I don't know.
I see lots of grass.
I see
Our father's farm.
our cow.
Our father's farm. We've talked to him on the phone.
You will arrive at your destination.
They're 100% grass fed. What I'm looking forward to here is, well, they're 100% grass fed. They're in milk production. Is that her? That's her.
That might be.
That's the Friesian.
Those looks like those.
And that's Brownie. What was the Friesian's name?
I don't know if we ever found it, but that's Brownie. Look
Ooh,
at her.
Brownie, you're beautiful.
And she's got some nice teats.
Oh gosh, yes. Brownie's experienced, and she's got a calf
And
on
look at
her.
that little heifer, so cute.
Hey, when cuteness is okay, but that's not the criteria.
I know.
Cuteness is okay, but we're a production farm. Yeah, he must have them in that field for us. Beautiful grass. They're not
Yeah.
overgrazing it. Okay, and who knows where the cows are? They're in electric fence, so they're used to electric fence.
Yep.
fescue everywhere. So what was our first impressions of the farm? I was happy to see green grass,
Beautiful grass.
like feedlots.
Good pasture. You could see that they were rotationally grazing.
The grass wasn't overgrazed.
No, it wasn't overgrazed. They
There wasn't
didn't
a
have
million
excessive
cows.
weeds. They had some, which is normal.
When we arrived, we met the farm manager. He opted out of being filmed. Absolutely no problem with us. Want to respect that. When we went and saw the cows for the very first time, I mean, I was blown away. And Brownie's got 3. And what's her name?
Summer.
Summer, and she's open.
She is. No, she's bred.
Oh, she's bred.
For a spring calf.
Oh, sweet.
Well, it would be late winter, early spring.
Okay. They were well conditioned. They had huge udders.
Yeah.
They just looked stout,
She just looked healthy.
plump.
So,
Oh, our calves do that too. Some people say you can't get a Jersey to be well conditioned on grass. Well,
Yeah, you can.
you can. I saw 2 of them as soon as we pulled into that farm. Well, so we got to make sure they're not grass fed, I think, or grain fed. So we asked again, have they ever
Yeah.
had grains? Where they came from? Have they ever had grains? But the Frisian, one of them was a Frisian mix. One of them's half Frisian, half Jersey. That's the darker one, and the other one's full on Jersey. And the Frisian was born on their farm.
Yes.
And the Jersey, who's older, 8 years old, was born at another grass-fed farm
Grass-fed dairy.
that has the same practices. And she's been proven on their farm because she's 8 years old, and this is like her 5th calf. And we couldn't get too close without them wanting to kind of walk off. So,
Yeah.
you know, I realized real quick they're handled because they go into the milk stanchion every day, but they're not family cow.
Right.
So that would be a drawback at this point. What else did we find out in that field of relevance, Rebecca? That first field.
Well, it was good in that field with the cows when we were standing there. We were able to ask the farmer a lot of questions about their grazing practices,
Yeah.
how they do water, those types of things.
Yes,
so we just
management
were doing a
practices.
lot of, and it wasn't even to like see how they were doing it for the cows, but Justin and I were just curious because, well, this is what we're wanting to do
Yeah.
on a much smaller scale, of course. But
Yeah.
he's gonna have good ideas, obviously.
You know, they had ditch witched lines, water lines out there, and then they had the freeze-proof water hydrant out there. They're doing the same thing I'm doing, though. They're moving cows every day.
Yeah.
I mean, this is absolutely incredible. They're moving cows every day. They're even grazing down to the same length I'm grazing right now. Like right in the winter when the grass is slowed, we're grazing down to the ground. We're doing the same thing. They're moving every day, letting them backtrack to water.
Yeah.
So it's like,
It was good to kind of just like talk to another person and see what they're doing because
yeah.
that is how good ideas get started.
Yeah. And so then we said, you know, we're keeping it moving. Hey, we could see these cows wanted to get back. Do you want to, let's take them back. He's like, yeah, you want to go with us? So we did, and we waited, and we watched them cross the road. There were some cool things at that road, just some minor management practices that we picked up for our own farm. One gate over there, and then one gate here.
I just really like this system with the gate here. They
Oh, and the electric
and then he's
The
got
electric goes through a.
underneath the thing right
Hmm.
there.
The electric goes underneath speed bumps.
Yeah. So that
That's so smart. We could do that with our water hoses too. We need to have our water hoses going through
well, I was
speed
thinking
bumps.
if we did that, we could just do a ditch witch and make a
Oh, that's
culvert
true.
underneath
'Cause
it.
yeah, they could have done that too. I guess
They could.
that's a bit of a quicker, easier fix. How do you feel at this point in the move? We weren't able to talk to each other, but after field one, are you thinking you want these cows for sure? Oh, I think they're awesome.
I know, they're amazing. Yeah, I mean, we drove.
You
all
were?
this
You were
way,
already thinking? I mean, this is 4 hours.
one way, so.
So I guess we were going into it with the thought of, unless we see any huge red flags, we're going for it.
Yeah.
Because we do have Lacey, you know, we saw her on Sunday, beautiful calf. but we were afraid she was a little too small,
We were
and she hasn't been milked yet. She
the
hasn't
mini jersey
give birth yet.
is what gave me the nerves, and then just having a small and having a heifer that has never given birth. You know, that was one thing when we first got cows that eased Justin and I, is that we got an older cow because they have more experience than we do.
There we go. Come on. That's where I want you. Good girl. Good girl. Perfect.
And so that was one of the things that, you know, we got an older cow for, and we had a great experience with her.
Are they antsy with us?
I think so.
Or are they just wanting to get back to the herd?
He said that she was a little bit antsy this morning. The calf was.
What are you getting out of the way? She's not coming.
She's coming. I'm jumping.
We go into field number 2 with all the other cows, and boy, those cows were happy to get in that field. But it was cool to see, you know, you could see where the cows had been. They grazed it down to the ground. You could see where they were today, and you could see where they're going tomorrow.
Yeah.
And what did we learn in that field? Field number 2, did we learn anything of interest?
To talk about the conditioning in that field.
Yeah, they keep calves on the mother for 10 months.
Yes. They do a 10 months where they like to keep the calves on the moms for 10 months. And then they wait 10 more months before they breed them.
20 months.
And then they start breeding them when they're 20 months old.
I think we figured out while we were there, Violet was probably bred at 15 months old.
Yeah. And so, not that that's
So,
necessarily
yeah,
bad,
and he
because a lot
didn't
of
shame
people
that.
do that.
Either. He was like, you know,
Yeah.
if they have the cell fat count, is that the right
If
phrase
they
for
have
it?
good conditioning,
If they have good conditioning,
then you
then
can
go
breed
for it.
them earlier. But his thing was just,
long-term gain, you want to wait.
yeah, long term.
Until they have
it's
that
the
good
best.
conditioning.
It's the best.
And then he said she'll give you 15 calves.
Yeah, she'll live longer, and she'll be healthier in the long run. And so that's, you know, one reason that you would do this is just to, you know, create healthier cows. But then he's also talking about the ribs, like seeing a cow with ribs showing
He said some people said you should see 3 ribs on a jersey.
at all times. But they don't like
He
that.
disagrees.
And they don't do that, actually. And I mean, you know, that just shows that.
And
Yeah,
the way they do it is 100% grass-fed, hay,
chaff hay.
but also regular hay.
Yes.
He contracts with a neighbor for
Yes.
hay, and then in the stanchion they give them chaff hay.
Yes.
And we were getting that. I saw their packages. I believe it's the same stuff.
Yes, it is.
you were
Same
getting from
stuff
our
that we're
neighbor.
getting, that we get.
So
yeah, I mean,
we're doing the same exact thing. Is there
Right.
anything different? They have the mineral. They're mineralizing them.
yeah, they do a mineral program.
It's absolutely crazy.
And so, yeah, I mean, we're just kind of like, this is like a no-brainer. Where else are we going to find
Are you
the
thinking that
cows?
at this point? No brainer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm
mean,
still skeptic. I guess I'm the skeptic.
Yeah, he is. I'm just thinking, like, where else are we going to find an animal like this? Another thing that they do is that they also breed for hardiness. You know, like they let the weak ones go either by, you know, they let the weak ones, they cull the weak ones, and they don't breed them.
Yes, they're not afraid to let a sick one.
Go. Actually saw one of their cull cows, and you know she's had a hard time, so she's going to market like next week.
Yep.
So
Yeah, well, we asked him. You know, we pressed him on that. You know, obviously we're not getting your best cows. You're a professional dairy. He said we're not getting the best,
no,
and we're not getting the cull cows.
We're
So
not getting the worst.
I believe that. I mean, we saw the cull cow.
Yeah, we saw the cull cow.
We saw the cow
He
had been
told us-
separated.
He told us why they're culling her and what happened there, and you know what they did to try to help her, and that didn't work. So now you know she's on the cull list.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I mean, I really respect the way they run their farm.
Yeah.
I really respect the way that they do things. We asked them how they treat certain things, and I was really impressed with their answers. And
They do consulting.
They do consulting, and
So if we were to have a problem, we can
Yeah.
call them.
So I kind of went into it thinking like, we're seeing everything that we want to see. You know, like on the tour, that was one thing on the tour that I was kind of nervous about. You know, when you see something, like for instance, we visited a creamery, and I was nervous because, you know, their packaging looks really good, their website looks really good. When you talk to them, what they're saying sounds really good. But, you know, the proof is in the pudding when you get to the farm. So when we went to this farm on the Great American Farm Tour, I was nervous because, and yes, we have flies in our car because it's the end of flies.
November 1st,
it's because the end of flies.
70 degrees outside.
They're trying to get in and to save themselves. So okay, so we get to this farm in Indianapolis, in Indiana, and it was what they said. So whenever you're visiting a farm, you know, you're always actually looking like, is the farm really the way these people said it is, you know, in their packaging or marketing or whatever. So, you know, I kind of felt like if we get to the farm and it's everything that they have said that it's going to be, and, you know, what they've told us is actually the truth, I mean, I'm thinking we're buying these cows, but Justin's like, I don't know. And I'm all like, I don't want to lose these cows, you know, like I don't want them to slip through our fingers if, you know, they're the right cows for us.
Okay.
So I'm thinking we're going to buy these cows. And then I kind of look at Justin and he's like, we need to talk.
Oh, that's when we went back to the shop.
Yeah.
And you're ready to pull out the checkbook.
Yeah, I'm like, where's the checkbook?
And I'm like, let's step out and talk. And I struggled for a bit. Okay, we've looked at the cows. They're absolutely amazing.
Yes.
This is an amazing family.
An amazing farm.
An amazing farm. All right, I guess our decision, we don't want them to get gone or them decide to keep them going into the winter milking. They're not their cold cows, but they're not their best cows. We know that going into getting cows from a dairy. I guess our question is, do we want to go ahead and put a deposit on these? And these be our 2 cows? We want 2 milking cows.
Okay, so here, do you want me to...
And then we have pictures that maybe you could send Dennis. I think we have enough time to maybe get Dennis some pics. Just to double check. And then say, hey, we're going to do it. We're mailing you a check. Or sending you a PayPal or whatever. Right? Very reasonably priced. Incredibly reasonably priced. I mean, I don't know what Dennis would say bad about them. They've got short legs. They're proven. They're 100% grass-fed. They're A2. Never ever had grains. Right? Mm-hmm. Somebody has been vaccinated.
Yeah, but
they've been okay without continual vaccinations. And we're pressed here because we should have left about 30 minutes ago.
Oh boy. That's
part of it too. Don't want to rush into a decision. But they'll deliver. I don't know how we could necessarily go wrong. There is that other heifer calf. But the heifer calf we were concerned was too small. And she hasn't had any calves yet. These guys have had calves. And one of them has a calf on them and is in milk. We could be in milk. You saw on the Frisian Jersey. Well, we'll talk about that. The pictures are taking forever to email to Dennis. And then it's going to take him forever to download the pictures. So we're going to have to decide if we're going to want Dennis's opinion or take it on deposit right now.
Didn't you show me the picture?
Not of these guys.
We didn't send him the pictures? We should have.
I wish now we would have sent the pictures when we got. These are like his.
I know.
So, you know, Rebecca always asks the best questions. She ended up saying, where are we going to find a better set? They're big enough for Stud Muffin to breed. They're proven cows. They're everything we would want in management. Like, what the heck? She's been the one looking around, so I'm going to take that word for it. And I'm like, yeah, no duh.
Well, and
Because we could have waited and maybe gotten these pictures to Dennis and then sent a check, but we don't want to lose them. And we just, like, what's Dennis going to say?
but also though,
You can do better? I don't think, I don't think he could say that. I don't know if we could do better.
this is also it though. If we're committed to going and driving to look at livestock,
Well, you're not getting sucked in because of that, are you?
no, but I'm just saying, like, they have all the management practices that we would want, and they're only 4 hours from our house. Why aren't we buying them?
That's true.
I think we just need to do it.
All right, let's do it. Where's the check? It's in my briefcase.
And then if we buy more,
So,
what are we waiting for?
logistically, we're going on vacation for the first time ever. Right?
Pretty much.
Because really, our vacation last year in December kind of got ruined with your health issues.
Vacation didn't really turn out
And
to
it
be
went
a
bad because the
vacation.
Airbnb was so terrible.
Yeah.
So
We didn't
anyway,
stay on vacation.
We're guarding that vacation and we're like, I'm going to ask you something. Can you hold it? I mean, we'll buy these, but can you hold them until after our vacation in December? We'll give you a boarding fee. Yes.
That's another thing. They
So-
can deliver.
They're delivering
they'll
them.
hold
He's
the
going to give me
cow
an
for
hour
us.
of consulting.
Yeah, he's gonna come to our house and
We want to get stud muffin tested for A2A2. He said, all you got to do is walk up and pull the
tail hill.
tail hair, and if they
Oh.
move and run, you just got to run after them. And I'm thinking, that works better with a camera. Can you do that? He said, yeah. So hopefully he'll let me record that. That'll be hilarious.
Keep right
Yeah.
at the fork. Follow signs
And
on
educational.
West, I-85.
So that's happening. No, don't miss Siri. So that's happening December 14th, 13th. We're gonna have cows and milk, cow with a calf. It's gonna be exciting. Like, we're gonna have 2 family cows. We could be milking 2 cows at once.
West for 2 miles.
But they give being grass fed, they give a gallon and a half a day. He told us we could expect with calf sharing. So 3 gallons a day, I figure, is what we need for milk, yogurt, butter, cheese, sour cream.
Yeah.
Family of 6 that eats a lot of our own food. And by the way, I've already texted and let Robert know about the heifer Lacey. Beautiful management, beautiful calf. Again, we opted out because of the potential size of her calf. She seemed big enough maybe for stud muffin. We know she's gonna grow up and get older and taller, but she might, and then she hasn't had a calf yet. Like Rebecca said, we're gonna be into more experienced calves, but great management practice. If some of you guys are interested, I know a couple of you have said, I'm gonna leave Robert's contact information below.